I'm telling you right now, watch this video all the way through to see these updates. Every minute of this video is filled with goody goods. If you're a Dark and Darker fan, goody goods, okay? All the way from character balances and changes to what the merchants sell and new items, gold ingots, stinky sticks, capes, purple rarity merchants. I can't contain my excitement. There's so much good stuff in here. What's going on, everybody? Jinx here, and we got a fresh new update for Dark and Darker. We got a patch and we got some wipe notes, and we're gonna look at them all. I'm so excited, maybe because I made Warlock and there's some good Warlock stuff in there, but let's take a look at some of the bigger updates here. All right, as you can see, there's a lot to look at. I'm not gonna cover like every single thing, just the things that I think are kind of important. I mean, it's a great update overall. Like the patch, it's a W patch. Thank you, Iron Mace. It's awesome. So let's just take a look at some of these bigger ones. These are all basically fixes that are dealing with like character model stuff. So there's those. Fix an issue where Dark Reflection and Reactive Shield cannot be activated. I didn't even really notice that was an issue, but if it was, cool, it's fixed. Fixed an issue where Dark Swarm's next area could be designated on the outskirts of the map. I had some issues with this actually, so I'm glad they fixed this. Basically, the circle was going in this, it wasn't like centralized. It made the gameplay a little more difficult, so I'm glad they fixed that. Some trading post fixes, very cool. That's some basic stuff. Here's the meat and potatoes of this. This is where I want to get into it. Sounds have been added. Always cool. Water sounds now when you step on water. Little quality of life things like that I think are so cool. 7 new emotes. I think I've used 1 emote this entire time playing this game, so that's cool, I guess. If you're not on the Discord for Dark and Darker, but you play the game, this might be good for you. There's a feature to receive server maintenance notices in game, so that's for you. There you go. Now, I'm not a Bard gamer, but this sounds like a nerf to me. Bard reworked to make the class more gear and attribute dependent. Cool, okay. New attributes, manual dexterity and persuasion. Dipping our toes into that D&D element a little bit more. I'm excited to check out what that means. Warlock, baby. That's what we all been waiting for. As a Warlock guy, this is exciting news for me. So Curse of Pain now has a slightly more generous aim, which thank goodness. I noticed so many times playing this, sometimes I feel like I'm aiming right at somebody and the curse doesn't go off, or I'll miss. So the hitbox is bigger, which is great. That's huge win for the Warlock. 2 new perks have been added. Curse Mastery and Vampirism. Vampirism is pretty good. Let's take a look at those really quick. Increases magical healing by 20%. W, that is an insane perk. So basically, as I'm sapping health from people with Curse of Pain, with like the Torture Mastery, that healing that comes from that is gonna be 20% greater. Hey, yo. The other one is Curse Mastery, which increases the duration of all curses by 30%. So I imagine like Hellfire, Curse of Pain, it just increases the amount of time that you're taking that damage, which is actually another really good perk. I'm gonna have a hard time figuring out how I wanna build this new Warlock class. I'm starting from level 1. Warlock video coming out ASAP with all these new abilities, especially this guy. Summon Hydra. All right, let's get back to the notes. I'm getting ahead of myself. So there's that. 8 new spells have been added. 8. And it's still a work in progress. How's that? Bolt of Darkness, Evil Eye, Bloodstained Blade, Flame Walker, Life Drain, Ray of Darkness, Eldritch Shield, Summon Hydra. They talked about the summoning abilities. Iron Mace, they talked about the summoning abilities. I was wondering what it would be. You can summon a freaking Hydra. It's basically a turret. You put the Hydra down, it shoots fireballs, and it can even detect people that are invisible. That's insane. Again, Warlock video coming out covering all of these new spells. Rogue! Did they make the Rogue any better, or did they just kill him again? Will no longer break stealth when bumped to the pickpocket perk is equipped. Okay, so pickpocketing Rogue is back. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's good to see. Rogue's hide cooldown changed from 45 to 40 seconds. The cutthroat cooldown changed from 60 to 28 seconds. All right, so a couple buffs. Not bad. Is Rogue still viable? I don't know. I see a lot of like really good people use Rogue, but man, they hurt your boy. The Ranger. These guys needed a nerf. Let's see what happened. The quick shot now fires a different amount of arrows based on the bow type. Okay, cool. So I imagine the bigger the bow, the less arrows you have to shoot, is my guess. And then like the shorter bows would be like more. I don't know. Ranger quick shot cooldown changed from 18 to 28 seconds. Bless. Ranger multi-shot cooldown changed from 35 to 28 seconds. So that's like the shotgun, right? Basically, that's like the 3 arrows up close or 2 or whatever. So that's a little bit of a buff. And the penetrating shot cooldown changed from 28 to 24. So they balanced it a little bit. I think these guys are still kind of buttholes, and they definitely need some work done. But we'll see what happens in the future. Hunting trap only deals 1 damage per second at all rarities. So hunting traps are, what, are they kind of useless now? Wizard's fireball damage changed. They lowered the base damage to 25. I personally think this is a win. If you're a wizard main, this sucks for you. and I'm sorry. It happens to the best of us. But as someone on the receiving end of these fireballs constantly, I'm glad to see this change. They changed the base damage to 25 and the splash damage from 15 to 10. I'm cool with that. If you're a wizard, you're probably not. All weapon damage been rebalanced. I did a little digging. I think all the weapons were more or less nerfed. Before, it was like the daggers all got hit pretty hard. Again, kicking the rogue while he's down. But now it seems like all the weapon damage has been rebalanced to kind of be nerfed a little bit. And the armors have been updated to give additional bonus in addition to just armor rating. So basically, what happened with the weapons and the armor, this is basically increasing the time to kill, right? TTK is higher now, weapon damage is a little bit lower, armor is a little bit higher. But when you get into those higher levels, the armor rating curves a little bit more, so you're not just like this unstoppable beast, this freak of nature running the caves. I think that's a good win. I'm not a pro player. I probably lean more on the, I wouldn't say casual side, but I'm definitely not a pro. So updates like this is cool for me to see. Torches and lanterns give a slight movement speed advantage rather than a penalty, which is very sweet. So I thought that was always so odd, taking a movement penalty just holding a torch or a lantern. Like, I think that's a good change. Rarity specific skins have been added for the drum and the lyre. It's funny because I only recently learned that the rarities had different skins on them. So like a junk dagger will have like rust on it, but a nicer one won't. So it kind of seems like this is what's happening with the drum and the lyre. The higher rarity has specific skins. Cool. I love little touches like that. Coin bag and a coin chest. I'm telling you guys, W update. Coin bag that holds up to 500 gold has been added. Must be crafted at the leathersmith. That's so cool. And a coin chest that holds up to 3k gold coins has been added. Must be found from the treasure hoards. I think that's going to be nice when you're trading things. You'll have a little more, I don't know, that probably makes the trading better. I haven't dabbled in the trading too much, but that's what my guess is with these two. 4 new artifacts. All right, so those are your special weapons, I think. Echo of Screams, Soul Reaper, Death Bloom, and Stinky Stick. Okay, I can't wait to see the memes on the Stinky Stick. Where do you even find the Stinky Stick? I think there's a Stinky Stick in all of us. Don't take that the wrong way. Cool, awesome. So can't wait to find those. Cloaks, Claw Simulation, slightly optimized. Again, more like quality of life stuff. Item skins are now displayed properly on the paper doll. The paper doll is just like the 2D JPEG image when you're looking at your stash, when you're hovered over items. So lockpick drop rate has been increased. Very nice. The names of level modules are now displayed on the mini map. Another great change. So all the modules, which are basically the rooms, now have names on them. So you're not just like lost, or maybe if you're playing with a friend and you don't know where you're at or how to describe it, you can say this is where I'm at, and you can get familiar with those names. Very cool. Additional layouts added to the normal Goblin Cave map pool. Bigger map, bigger map. We love to see it. High roller crypt maps increased from 4x4 to 5x5. Big map change. W, big map make men happy. All these changes are so nice. The normal and high roller crypt now share the same map pool. I think that has to deal with the item drops, meaning you can find legendary items that would normally only be accessible in the high roller crypt now in the normal dungeons. Very cool. That's a nice little, I liked it. I like this update. Yeah, I like this update. Added an extra Darksworn face so players don't need to traverse as much distance at once because they made the map bigger. Updated environments for approximately 40 level modules. So they added more modules, so they made the environments flow with that, is my guess. Level object density for ruins and crypts has been increased. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing. I don't play ruins and crypts much. I'm normally a Goblin Cave kind of guy. I only play these maps if I have like a partner to go with me, but that's a nice touch. A portal has been added to the outskirts of ruins. I don't know if it's like a static portal, kind of like Goblin Caves where you can escape, where the rocks fall down. We'll have to look at that. The Rusty Iron Door has been re-added to the High Roller pool, so the Rusty Iron Key has a purpose. Royal Coffins added to the dungeons, so just a higher quality coffin to loot with better gear inside, probably. Previous gold chests have been returned to the dungeons as marvelous chests. Fantastic, we love to see it. Additional attack patterns added. Skeleton champion animations updated. Royal Guard. Ruin Golem sub-boss has been added. A ruin golem. That's cool. There's a little baby boss in the ruins. We love to see that. Man, if the updates are like this in the future for Dark and Darker, this game is going to be just so much better and better with each iteration of it. Obviously, that's the goal with an update, but oh, that's so cool. I love seeing updates like this. So many necessary changes have been made. Here's another couple of really good ones. Merchants updated to sell a much larger amount and variety of items. So let me show you this really quick because this is super awesome. Ready? You can't see the surgeon, but that's fine because he's carrying carrying the same stuff. Here's everybody else. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to see this? Look at all those items. Hold on, that's not a great example. Look at all these items with different varieties of rarity in there. Purple. They sell purples in here. Look at that, Son of Purple. Fortune Teller has a purple potion of luck, which I didn't get to that yet, but I imagine that's just more luckier. It's okay. Goblin Merchant is more or less like the same. Leathersmith. I mean, look at all this variety. You got purples in here, more greens, more blues. They needed this. They needed more variety with the merchants. Look at all these items. You can see the better skin on the loot right there. Here's your weaponsmith. Here's a new shield. That's cool. There's some other changes that they didn't get to really cover in those patches, but they said there was other cool stuff in there for us to discover, which I think is pretty nice. So as we play this game, more stuff that we didn't see in this patch notes are going to be coming out. I'm really excited to see that. So just a bigger variety overall. So there it is, the Greater Luck Potion that we just saw. That's probably like, what, 150 luck, if I had to guess? New craft and mining items added. I believe there's gold ore now. And I believe you can craft, let me just look. Oh yeah, gold ingot, your purple rarity. There's your gold coin bag. So it looks like you need, oh, like wolf pelts and a troll pelt. Hey, yo. That's sick. And look at this. You can craft some of these items with the pelts and gold. So not necessarily ingots. So they're changing the crafting a little bit. And the maggots have a use now. And that's, what is that, a tooth? Demon clad leggings. Yo. And bones. Demon grip gloves. And each of these have like pretty decent attributes on it. Dread hood. So the skeleton. So all these items that we've been finding, like the crushed skull and the bones that didn't have like too much use, now have a use when it comes to crafting new items. That is so cool. What? Manosphere. Look at this. Oh my gosh. They have legendary items in here now? Oh my goodness. The Falchion of Honor. Lightbringer. Oh, Lightbringer, that's cool. Troll's Bane. Where's the stinky stick? Let me see the stinky stick. The long sword. This is so cool. Demon's Glee. This is such a nice update to see. So the crafting is much, much nicer. What else do we got? Let me see the tailor. Just more. You can craft cloaks now. Very cool. I don't know what that item is down there in the white thing. I don't know what that is. Goo? You collect goo in here? I guess we'll find out with some of these drops. Okay, and sort of finishing off with some trading post updates, and several other changes not listed were included. Man, what a W. I mean, overall, 10 out of 10 on this patch. This is fantastic. Well, I'm excited. I'm gonna go in now. I'm gonna play this game, but I wanted to put out a video as fast as I could on the patch notes. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out for the Warlock videos I'm gonna be putting out, covering all the new spells, the Hydra. So subscribe to get that in your box. How do YouTubers say that? Subscribe so when the Warlock video come out and you want to see good vid, you see my vid. Is that how YouTubers do it? Subscribe to see Warlock stuff, because I'm putting a lot of it out. And I'll put videos out on all the other new changes too. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Drink some water. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.